Paris Club. These are a group of people who hate Islam with a twist. They hate Islam with a passion. They call a professor, a Frenchman, Professor Maurice Bucaille. This is Professor Maurice Bucaille. You are one of us. We want you to write a book and condemn Islam. Say Islam is horrible. Islam doesn't make any sense. That Muhammad is lying. That the Quran is not true. He's one of them. He's okay, I'll do it. Because he's a public speaker and a social commentator. He's a social scientist. He's a writer, a mathematician. He's a think tanker. He took it. He said, I'm going to do it. I'm going to write a book and I'm going to condemn Islam. Islam is taking over. We're going to say something to, stop it up from proselytizing. Professor Bucaille said, I want you to give me the Quran. So they gave him the Quran in the French language. He read it. He said, nah, I think I need to speak Arabic language. You see, scientists, he's going to analyze the Quran first before he makes a comment. So he went to Yemen. He stayed there for 5 years. He speaks the Yemenis type of Arabic. From there, he went to Jordan. Then he went to Saudi Arabia. He went about 5 Middle Eastern countries. He learned the Arabic language. It took him 8 years learning the Arabic language. Subhanallah, a scientist. When he finished, he began to decipher the Quran, to know the mind of the Quran. When he finished, he came to a town in French called Marseille, or Marseille, I don't know, Marseille? Marseille. Scientists came all over the world. Now he's going to tell them what he gathered about the Quran. He stood in front of them like this and he said, before I tell you the information that I've gathered in the Quran and about Islam, I will say this to you first. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. Wallahi. Professor Maurice Bucaille became a Muslim. When he became a Muslim, they get angry at him. They say, man, what's wrong with you, man? He said, wait. Who are we? Yeah, we science. Okay, what is science? Science is to look, to check, to analyze, to peruse, to hypothesize. I've done that with the Quran. And I'm telling you, no human being, not Mohammed, not the Sahaba, no one in the Arabian Peninsula in the 7th century will be able to write a book like the Quran. He said for anyone to write the Quran, that person has to have an encyclopedic mind. That's deep, man. How are you going to have encyclopedic mind? He said because the information in the Quran is nowhere to be found in the 7th century. Professor Anna Beats, she's a scientist also in America. She said, it is safe to say that Muhammad received the Quran from on high. It is safe to say that. Because if you say Muhammad wrote the Quran by himself, you got a big problem. And the problem is, you should be able to explain how in the world could a book written in the 7th century contain information consistent with modern science. Can you explain that? You can't. So, just believe that God gave it to him. That's it. Wallahi, a Professor Emeritus. You have to Google here, Professor Ann Beats. He said, don't say Muhammad wrote it because you have a big problem. Explain to mankind, how did he get information in there? Look at the information there. How did you do it? He said, you can. So, just accept it. Finish. That's exactly what science are doing. Yeah, he wrote, thank you very much. Check this through. So after that, he wrote a book. The Quran, the Bible, the Quran, and science. The book became best-selling all over the world. And it is being translated into over 100 different languages. Anytime he writes the book, it finishes. It has propelled mankind into accepting Islam all over Europe. So, this is the life of the Quran. We have a living book in our hand, but we are dead on the road. The book is alive. It has blood in it. Quran is alive. It's a living book. But we are complacent. We are straight-jacketed. We can't even open our mouth and say nothing. We are scared. We are scared. Let's face the facts. And I'm going to repeat this. The people outside, wallahi, they are tired of you guys, IS guys, coming to the masjid every day. They think we are sitting on their chests. They cannot breathe. To make them breathe is to give them Islam. So in the day of judgment, Allah will say, look, Mr. Ibrahim, come. MashaAllah, what did you do with your Islam in this dunya? Well, Allah Barak Ta'ala, I go to Hajj every year, and matter of fact, me and my Zawj been to Hajj about 5 times or 25 times doing things, and I'm always busy, Tahajjud and stuff. Okay, all right, good. But your neighbor, Mr. Brown, Mr. McCullough, Mr. Michael, have you ever invited him to Islam? Well, I was busy. You busy, huh? You busy? Look, the Sahaba they get busy. They understood when Allah said, وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَاكَ إِلَّا كَافَةً لِلنَّاسِ بَشِيرًا وَنَذِيرًا وَلَكِنَّ أَكْثَرَ النَّاسِ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ. Most of mankind do not know, O Muhammad. He said, Subhanallah. He said, come, write this, say this, go. The empire of the king of Egypt, go. The king of this. The 5 nations at that time, the powerful nations, he give them letter. Invite them to Islam. Why did he do that? For us to follow suit. Most of the Sahaba died outside Arabian Peninsula. Those of you who went to Istanbul, you see many Sahabas buried there also. I saw some when I was there. They died outside. That's why I became Muslim. That's why my great-great-great-grandfather became Muslim. Otherwise, they would be living in the African continent, drinking wine and no religion. That's why most of you are Muslim today, because Sahaba did their job. So what are you doing in America? You making money? Huh? Okay, good. Good business. But what have you done about Islam? Wallahi, Allah brought you here spiritually to tell them about Islam. Why would Allah bring you here to just make money and just go home and build houses and enjoy? No, to deliver the message. Each and every one of you is a potential da'i. Potential da'i. These people outside, wallahi, they are waiting for you to open your mouth. Sometimes they come, knock at the door to accept Islam. They come here, don't they? Yes, they do. Imagine if you go outside and do. That's what I've been doing for the past 25 years. Wallahi, if you give me this world with gold inside to give up this, man, I'm going to fight with you to the death. I'm enjoying what I'm doing. I get the fit when I see people in Islam. So I want you to go on YouTube and you type in Sheikh Mohammed Awal. That's my name. Sheikh Mohammed Awal. You type on the YouTube. You see some of the work that I do. Time is up. Time